Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. I want to go ahead and talk about some event that has recently been taking place. Yes, you are looking at Africa. And so this is going to be a little bit of an analysis of what I think is going to be the step forward, because guess what? The war has not entered Africa. America has attacked Nigeria. And of course, our biggest ally in the Middle East, our only ally in the Middle East, God's chosen people, the people who have a right to go ahead and grape innocent people when they want to, the people who have the right to allow their dog to go ahead and, sodomize another human being. They have decided to recognize Somaliland. So, yes, right here, US bomb ISIL in Nigeria and what's really going on. So, if you want to go ahead and read the entire article for yourself, by all means, knock yourself out, because I don't want this video to be too long. Rather, I just want to go ahead and just speak my mind a little bit and explain to you guys what I think is going to happen. I may be wrong. Don't get me wrong. I may be wrong, but hey, who's going to stop me from being curious? Am I right? And if you enjoyed this video, ladies and gentlemen, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, right? Let's get it. So, US decided to attack Nigeria. With that being said, Somaliland has been recognized by Benjamin Netanyahu. In case you don't know what Somaliland is, it's around here somewhere. I'm just trying to see if I can pull up the name, but that's Ethiopia. Somaliland is right, well, Somalia, but Somaliland is like in this little tiny region right here. Now, this was very, very, very unexpected, which is understandable. Why in the world is a tiny little state here recognizing this little area of Africa, even though they consider Africans to be monkeys and people who are not humans? Why is that? Well, if you have been keeping up with geopolitics, and if you have been keeping up with how shipments move around in this area right here, you will understand that this is in a very, very, very strategic area. So with Benjamin Netanyahu over here talking to one of the leaders in Somaliland, that's what the video is about. The guy has a phone in his hand right here, and he's pretty much FaceTiming the guy all the way in Somaliland. One thing that I do want to say is, once everything is said and done, this leader in this country, I don't know his name. I'll have to go look up his name, but the leader of Somaliland is going to go ahead and give the green light for this rogue nation right here to put troops in this area. And with that being said, that's obviously going to go ahead and rise tension in this area. Now, with the whole entire war going on in Palestine, one thing that you guys do understand is that the shipments that were making their way into this little rogue nation here, these guys were stopping it, by the way. So, with the recognition of Somaliland, troops are going to go ahead and be stationed in this little area. And if these guys dare to stop any shipment going up here, they will obviously decide to intervene. Okay. That's the whole entire reason why this little region right here is being recognized. Now, of course, America decided to attack Nigeria. With that being said, they're most likely going to go ahead and put troops on boots on the ground in Nigeria. That's a big problem. And the reason I say that, because Mali has decided to obviously detach himself from, of course, France. Mali has taken over the, what do you call it? Mali has completely kicked out the French. Burkina Faso has also done the same thing. And Bamako has also done the same thing. So with the troops being in Nigeria, okay, even though they're claiming that, oh, there's a genocide of Christians happening in Nigeria, when that's not the truth. Okay, we understand that it's about resource. Okay, so Boots here is gonna go, they're gonna use Nigeria as pretty much like a base to attack these rogue country right here that has decided to detach themselves from France. France needs Africa. You guys need to understand that France needs Africa. All these European countries, they are in cahoot with each other. So obviously, if France decide to say, you know what, we need help, obviously America is gonna step in and say, yes, we'll go ahead and use what we can to get these countries back in line. There's a little region in this, oh God, where is it? There was a coup that happened in this little region right here. I forgot exactly what the name of the place was, right? And the coup was gonna also be designed to kick out the French. And obviously we understand that Macron stepped in and told the leader of Nigeria that, hey, you need to stop this coup right now. And less than 24 hours, the whole entire coup was done. So Africa is taking back their country. Africa is taking back their land. They're taking back their resource. And this has become a huge, huge problem when it comes to the European nation. Okay, because let's be honest, without Africa, Europe ain't nothing. Europe cannot survive without Africa. And one thing that I do want to say is that with boots on the ground in Nigeria, if America decides to put boots on the ground, even though the attack has already started, this will be an easy access to also send troops in Somaliland to prevent Yemen from attacking any shipment that is going into, you guessed it, Israel. This area right here is a very strategic spot. And because of Yemen, they have been having a lot of problems. And so that's why it was out of the blue that this devil right here decided to recognize Somaliland, right? Because again, I didn't hear any talk about it. It was just out of the blue that, oh, Israel became the first country to recognize Somaliland. And it's like, wait a minute, where the fuck did this come from? When did the talk for this state? And then everything starts to make sense when you realize that, oh, it's the Gulf, it's the Red Sea, and then the Gulf of Aden, and this is a very strategic area where oil and shipment and everything like that makes a way to. And there's also a way to pretty much get Yemen under control. And yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that's kind of my analysis as to exactly what's gonna start taking place. Now, one thing that you guys need to understand is that although they have this plan in mind, and although we can clearly see what they're trying to do, right? All this plan can be foiled in a matter of seconds, okay? These people, they come up with all these plans to take away. All it takes is for one country to say, you get the hell out of here. Although Somaliland, which is like, honestly, is like this little region. It's not the whole entirety of Somalia, but it's this little region right? What if Ethiopians said, that we need to get the hell out of here. We need to get you out of here. If Israel decides to bring troops into this area, what if Ethiopian says we need to get them out of here? And then Yemen decides to, well, partner up with Ethiopia to get them out of there, to get the puppet, because let's be quite honest, it's going to be a puppet leader that's going to be here. That's why this guy is so eager and he has a big old grin on his face to recognize Somalia. It's simply because he's like, hell yeah, this is our chance to control this region right here and put our puppet there, who is going to go ahead to allow us to, allow our shipments to pass through without the Yemenis intervening, right? And again, like I said, it can easily be foiled in a matter of days, seconds, months. Who knows? Who knows what's going to take place? So be very vigilant. I'll keep an eye on this. I'll try to keep you guys updated if anything new comes out. I just want to go ahead and let you guys know that this is the whole entire strategy. Africa is not being attacked, okay? And this is not by coincidence. This is not because the people in the Christians in Nigeria are being G-side like they claim. Because guess what? It's about 50-50. Right? Muslims are also being unalive in Nigeria, but you only hear about Christians because, America is predominantly Christian. And obviously these people, the only reason they are allowed to attack other nation and other country is simply because they ramp up the emotion of whatever group of people is dominating. So that way they can use that as an scapegoat to attack them. Prime example, Venezuela is being attacked because they're claiming that drugs are making the way. It's not because of drug. The whole globe, well, I wouldn't say the whole globe, but the shift of power is being changed, okay? Oil is now becoming something that America does not have a monopoly over anymore, right? And in order for America to have monopoly over the oil, again, to keep the dollar strong, is they need to attack Venezuela because Venezuela has a huge amount of oil reserve. It's not about drugs. If it's really about drugs, they would have started here in Mexico. You really think that there's going to be a little, bunch of people with a fishing boat are going to smuggle drug from down here all the way into the state? I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying there's no drug coming from Venezuela, but I'm just telling you that that's not the main focus. The main focus is the oil. But that's a whole different topic in of itself. I don't really want to get much into that because I wanted to talk to you guys about Africa being attacked. And so, yeah. Like I said, if anything new comes up, I'll keep you guys updated. All in all, if you made it this far, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. He's also recognizing the Somaliland. Obviously, they're not going to tell you that, oh, it's because we want to have control over, the Red Sea. They make it seem like, oh, we're doing this out of the sympathy. When the fuck have these people ever done anything? Because they just, out of the kindness of our hearts. When have they ever done that? They never do anything from the kindness of their heart. It's because they want something out of it. That's how they operate. they leech onto you. For example, it's like drug. When you're smoking weed or smoking drug, it feels good, but internally, it's damaging you. That's kind of how they operate. They may recognize you from the outside. It feels good. Oh, we're being recognized by, well, the devil in the Middle East. But guess what? This comes with strings attached. This comes with strings attached. So, with that being said, I'll catch you guys up in the next video. Later.